Hey gorgeous soul, welcome to your weekly astrology. We kick off with a wild full moon in Sagittarius, giving us all a call to freedom. And we end the week with Venus, the planet of love, opposing Jupiter, the enlightened. There's a lot going on. Here's your weekly astrology. Hey Gemini, the full moon energy is highlighting your relationship. Hopefully, for some of you, you'll have a peak experience when it comes to love, partnerships and relationships. If there's something going on with you that you're not addressing, you know what you're like, Gemini, sometimes you kind of think things through, but you're not really looking into your deepest feeling. Certainly, the full moon is going to stir up your feelings, and there should be a coincidence, a dream, something happening which kind of shines the moonlight on your intimate relationships and partnerships. And you're like, oh my God, I'm having a revelation about my intimate relationships. And it may be that something is cleared up, something comes to the surface and you're like, oh, I get it now. We also have Mercury and Mars joining forces. That's a very strong team. You know, Mars is like, rah, I'm going to say what I think, and you're very strong and bold, and Mercury's like, yeah, I'm going to communicate that shit. Anyway, it's in your place of money, your place of security. You should be feeling quite secure this week, secure enough to do what you got to do, to say what you got to say, and to get things done and lay some really solid foundations for yourself. We then have the sun shifting signs and obviously leaving your sign and going into Cancer. So you're like, oh, okay, that's not bad news necessarily, because actually it allows you to stabilize, to dig foundations, and to be sure about what you want and head towards it. So you feel like quite settled. We then have this big Venus opposing Jupiter. Venus is in your sign. You've still got that magic around you, and Jupiter is in your relationship. So this year is very good for relationships. Your relationships and your partnerships are expanding and growing. And when Venus opposes Jupiter, there should be some very positive news, a positive revelation about love and partnerships. Also good for business if you hook up and you're working with someone, but you sense it. You know what's right for you. Let's see what the tarot has to say this week for you. That's not even a card, that's the other card thing. Okay, Gemini, what is in store for you this week? Use this symbolically, use it intuitively. I do tie it in with the astrology though. Okay, Gemini, you may be licking your wounds a little bit. Perhaps the full moon is bringing up some emotions, Five of Pentacles. You may be feeling like, oh, you know, I'm feeling a little bit vulnerable. Nothing wrong with feeling vulnerable. You know, look after yourself. Talk about your vulnerability. Get support from the people that love you when it comes to your vulnerability. You've been working very hard, but you are getting the rewards. The rewards are starting to come for all the hard work you've put out there. And in terms of your sense of financial security, etc., that should be coming now. But you are grieving. There is something that happened in your past and you're still recovering from that. You've still got that grief process. You need to look after yourself. You need to sleep. You need to nourish yourself and get the support that you need around you. Yes, you are thinking about going on a new journey, a new adventure. This energy is very much around this week because of that full moon. There will be somebody who wants to talk to you about emotions. They could be a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio, but whoever they are, they've got a gentle spirit and they care for you very deeply. And they help you switch the light back on and feel that sense of joy and happiness and pleasure this week. This week has a lot of potential for happiness for you, for recovery for you feeling more yourself. And make the most of it this week because Mercury is going retro shadow. Mercury is your ruler. Next month we have Mercury retrograde and we have eclipse season. So make the most of this week. Lots of beauty in the week for you. Take care, gorgeous. Don't forget, visit me on Instagram at Michele Knight because I do daily tarot and astrology. Also, if you're into this video, please click like or make a comment. Lots of love, gorgeous.